you're back, or maybe you're here for the first time. Either way, I'm Jacquis.
And I'm Sophia. Welcome to The Nightly from Hatch, a slumber party for pop culture lovers. How are you, Jacquis?
What is going on, Sophia? I am great.
You're great. That's amazing.
I'm great.
Not much is going on my end. I'm good. I'm reading a new book that I'm enjoying. Actually, I did something really silly, which is that I'm reading this book called Clutch about these 5 women, and it's about they were friends from college, and it follows their life after or whatever. And I'm reading it on my Kindle, and I have a thing where sometimes when it's multiple storylines of different people, I get very confused, and so I'm have a hard time tracking. And I was reading it for 5 or 10 minutes, being like, wow, I feel like I've missed something. I really feel like I'm confused on there's pieces that I've missed of this story and I don't know what's going on. And then I realized that I had accidentally skipped to basically the very end of the book.
Oh,
and I
man.
was just I was reading 200 pages past where I had previously left off. And I was like, okay,
That's so funny.
this is an interesting artistic choice that the author has made to make me confused.
It was and John met the love of his life. And then the next page. And after 40 years of being together, his love passed away, but said, the baby's not yours. You're like, wait, what?
No, it was very that. I literally was someone had basically had an insane mental health crisis. And I was I in my brain that was trying to rationalize what was going on is I was oh, I guess they didn't. I guess the author was writing from the perspective of the woman who had to go to the mental hospital and just didn't include what happened because she was so out of it. And then I was actually, it was included, and I skipped about 200 pages forward, which was felt good. Felt good to do.
Feels good to do. I'm not embarrassed by this because I'm almost 40, so I don't care. But I don't read much. I don't read many books anymore. I used to read a lot. And then as I was growing up, my mom would force me to do book reports in the summer. And look, I appreciate it, now as an adult. And I get what she was trying to achieve. And I can read. I read scripts, I read screenplays, I read stories like that. I read articles. It's just my brain is not reading books now. I just start to I lose focus so quickly. I can barely get through 2 pages before I lose focus. And I'm just I don't know what I'm reading anymore. I'd rather do something else. But I am interested in starting ebooks because I do the story aspect of books. It's just the actual feat of reading the lines and staying focused long enough to get through a significant part of a book is what's difficult to me.
Just the electronic book, you mean?
Audiobooks, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Audiobooks.
Okay.
Yeah, not ebooks.
I feel for audiobooks where I like them, but I struggle with honestly processing auditory information sometimes. So I feel if I'm going to listen to an audiobook, it has to be, I like it to be more like a podcast even. I like nonfiction. I like memoirs when they're narrated by the person that draws me in. But I have a hard time listening to a novel that is maybe a little bit more literary or dense because I can't process what's going on.
Yeah. Because it's coming too fast, probably.
It's coming way too fast, literally.
Yeah.
And my mind wanders. I'm with what I'm reading, I'm looking at the words. This is exactly what it is. But with an audiobook, I do think if I'm going to listen to one, it has to be one where if I get distracted for a couple seconds, it's actually okay. And I can still follow what's going on, basically.
That's fair.
And in fact, if you are a lover of audiobooks, we have Hatch Classics, which are really cool. They're kind of a little truncated or abridged version of some of your favorite classic books. They're just short little episodes that it's like a little bite-sized audiobook, and it's perfect to listen to while you fall asleep or whenever.
Well, look, an audiobook or an ebook, you have a Kindle, is something that some people would call an essential to something like a road trip, which leads me to an idea of us playing a fun game that we like to call Snooze Pack. love our games here in the Pillow Fort. And, me and you know how this works, but in case somebody who is listening to us drifting away to sleep doesn't know, we're going to assemble our ideal collection of 6 things with a theme. And that theme tonight, as I just said, is road trip essentials. Sophia, what do you got? I'll let you kick this thing off.
Okay. I said 1 to 2 friends, but I honestly think I would say 2 friends, and that's going to count as 1 essential. I feel like with 1 friend, I've gone on, every time I've done a road trip, it's been with 1 other person, which I've had like a lovely time. So 1 friend is totally workable as well, of course. And we have like amazing conversation. But I do think that I would have more fun with 2 people, just in terms of like, if someone's sleeping, maybe someone else is awake, 2 people can still talk. Also, there's more people to drive, which is nice. And I think it would just keep things like fun and interesting to have a 3-person road trip.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think it's really a road trip if you're solo. And I know somebody is going to disagree with that. But for me, at that point, it's just a commute.
At that point, it's about it's a 24-hour commute.
Yeah, a friend is an essential part of the road trip, in my opinion. So I think that's a very good one. Especially
because like during a road trip, I feel like I don't know, I just feel like a road trip in particular is like, well, you could do one alone and that would be a beautiful like journey of like self-discovery and whatever. Like you can do whatever you need. But I just feel like with a road trip, you're like, things are also going to go wrong on a road trip. Yeah. And I think it helps to have someone there to be problem solving or even just like to laugh it off with. Because like there's a lot of variables, and I feel like with the road trip, it's just you want a buddy or 2.
Love that. What's
your first essential?
Well, here's the thing. Let me just say this right off the bat, so this may inform you as I go through my essentials, because I feel like you're going to pick essentials that are not common, but people are going to be like, yeah, of course, yeah. I hate road trips.
Okay.
I put me on a plane. Let's get there. Like, let's enjoy where we're going once we're there, and let's get there as quick as we can. Now, I do know, a fun part of road tripping, I assume, is like seeing all the places on the way, like you said, the conversation, all that. So that's fun as well. But I do, as a comedian, sometimes I'm on the road and we will have to drive between city to city. So that's essentially a road trip. For me, the most important essential of a road trip is a comfortable vehicle.
I mean completely.
The vehicle is, we can't just road trip in anything. It is essential.
No, you really can't.
The vehicle has to be comfortable. Like, if your seats don't go back, I can't be in your car. You gotta have good air conditioner. You gotta have like comfort. Like, we just need good actual vehicle for a road trip. Without that, I would rather walk.
Of course. Of course. No, I completely agree. In fact, I put 2 of the things I put down, which I think are kind of related to this, is I put a pillow, I think is an essential, and honestly, like a cushion for underneath your butt.
Yeah.
Like, I really think that can change the game. I do think like a spacious vehicle is 100% needed. Yeah. You don't want to be cramped. And also, like, I feel like a car in particular that has a nice back seat, if you need to like stretch your legs a bit, is huge. Yeah. We have to have AC working. We got to have, the audio has to be working. In fact, the audio has to be good. We need a high quality audio system.
We need Bluetooth now. Like, it's 2026. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get this Bluetooth in so we can get a jam going. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think that's paramount.
Yeah,
that's a good road trip.
A good road trip, and the AC got to be on, and working. And I'm talking about like, I don't mean for the people up front. That AC got to reach the back.
Yes, we need to have full circulation in here.
Yeah. Should we put all of those under just like comfort?
Yeah, general comfort.
General comfort essentials. Yeah.
Our comforts.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. All right, we're set. All right, what you got next?
Okay, my next one, pretty basic. Honestly, I'm going to say it's sunglasses. If you're driving, I've found, I feel like on road trips, you're driving so long, you're driving at God knows what time of the day. It's
Mm-hmm.
the sun is rising, the sun is setting, whatever's happening. You need
Mm-hmm.
sunglasses because you got to protect your eyes. It's safe and it's more comfortable for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of my essentials as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big one. And
Yeah.
especially too, because like, even though if you're in a car with everybody, you know, and it's usually people you trust, that's fine. But like for me, eye mask, sunglasses are also like helpful for sleeping
Yes.
as well. So when it's
Maybe
time for
even
me to take a
earplugs.
siesta, yeah, I need something that's gonna like drown out everything around
Yes.
me. Um, you know, sometimes I don't like people seeing my eyes when I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be looking at my closed eyes. I can't see what you're looking at.
I mean, it's very vulnerable. It's very personal.
Yeah, don't be looking at my eyes, man. Like,
Do not be
avert
looking
your
over here.
attention.
Do not look at my peepers.
Yeah. So yeah, I get that. Here's something that I think is an essential. And I'll put this under like one full category because like obviously snacks, drinks is on there. I
Yeah.
think like unless you are clinically insane, like
Yeah.
snacks and drinks probably need to happen
Or
on a road trip.
superhuman.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Something. So to expand that, an essential for a road trip is we need points of interest to stop. Restaurants,
Yes, of course.
fun little like play. Like we need to
Yeah.
do research so we
Mhm.
know because there's multiple ways to get to some places. Like
Yes.
for instance, like when I drove from Chicago to Los Angeles, when I moved to LA, you know there is there is like a northern and a southern like route you can take, and it just depends on what you kind of want to see, you
Mhm.
know. And maybe it'll take you an hour out of the way if there's something like I really want to see the Flintstones town in Arizona. You know, it's like I just want to see it, right?
Yeah.
But also good places to eat, like that's essential. So like the research
Yeah.
to get points of interest, food especially. Yeah.
And it's really important. It's good for morale. You need to have a way to break up what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like, I think a good road trip is not simply about the destination. It's about the journey that you're going on.
That's
And so we got to
100%.
make the most of the journey, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Like I was just in Texas
Mhm.
and we had one stop and one stop only between one of our cities, and that was Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
the most exciting time of the trip.
I'm
Like,
sure.
we were it was like we went to Disneyland. It was great.
Yes. Yes.
So you need that. You need that. So that's my next one.
You got to have it. The next one I have, which I think is like completely obvious, and maybe we've even touched on it a little bit, is good music.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of a drive with friends, like a longer drive, is when everyone kind of locks in. I love watching, I guess, like the progression of where the music goes. Like
Mm-hmm.
you start with one genre, you cue a couple songs, and then you see where it takes you. And I think that is like a beautiful journey to go on with everyone. I feel like my friends always end up at like emo, like pop emo music is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I like was on a long drive with my friends recently, and we listened to some 303. I don't know if you're
Oh.
familiar.
Is that Amber is the color of your energy? Is that who that is?
That's the one that's like don't kiss me. They're like,
Oh,
my
okay.
first kiss went a little like this. And
Okay.
I just think it's just fun to see like where everyone ends up, where you end
Yeah.
up. We are always hitting like, it's always gonna be some like early 2000s hits for us. I think is what's fun, and it's fun
Always.
to oscillate between like music that you're like, oh, this is actually like good music, and music where you're like, we're just screaming along in the car.
Yeah, always. I mean,
Yeah.
also, you know, depending on what streaming music service you have, I know Spotify has this. Maybe some
Mhm.
other ones do. You can do a jam now.
Yes, we are doing the
where,
jam.
Yeah, everybody links up to a jam.
Yes.
And, you know, if you have that music service and you can add songs to the queue. And so everybody is in on it.
Yes.
Which is also really fun because you don't know what's coming up.
No.
And then like also when somebody hears a song, it makes them think of a song within that same genre.
Exactly. That's what's so fun.
And so that's fun. So you don't stay in one genre too long.
No.
But you definitely get multiple like, you know, bumps from a genre as well.
Yes.
So it's really fun.
It's special.
I love it.
Yeah.
Here is the next thing.
Okay.
An essential, my last essential.
Okay.
For a road trip. And this is the most important part.
Oh, I'm excited.
A place where you decide that this road trip is over.
You like hating road trips. You're like, basically the most important thing to me is just like to know that when it's going to be over, and like hopefully soon.
when you can tell it's ending, and not even the destination, but when you can tell we're on the last leg of this thing.
Right.
Like the only thing now to do is get there. Right, and never do this again. Right, and
never ever.
You need the beginning of the tunnel so you can see the light. That is the most essential part of a road trip for me.
Yeah, and I think the preference for that would even be that it's like a physical landmark. So you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I think it's also so poetic of like driving into. I feel like on my road trips that I've done, like what I'm thinking of is like when I've reached like the Pacific Northwest where I'm from, I'm like, oh, I'm like almost home. Like to have that feeling of being like, I know where we are. We're almost there. We're
almost there. I see something that I know is like we're in the home stretch.
Exactly.
It's almost time to get to where we're going. And that's it. Like
that's it.
That's a beautiful part of the road trip when it's over.
It's the most beautiful part of the road trip is when it's over. I love that.
Yes. Let's get out of the car.
Yeah. Let's get out. The most beautiful part of the road trip is when you get out of the car and you don't have to get back in.
You don't have to get back in. That's it. That's done. So that's mine.
Well, I feel like that might be the perfect place to wrap up, honestly. I feel like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. I feel like the only other thing that my last under the wire submission is like, and you said this with like places to stop, is like I better see some good sunsets on the road trip. I'll say that.
I love that. Places where you can just enjoy the beauty around you.
Yes, exactly.
You know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love that. Sophia, this has been truly a beautiful snooze pack.
It's been, we've gone on a beautiful journey. We've seen some sunsets, and we've actually reached the light at the end of the tunnel now.
We've reached the light at the tunnel. It's time for sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's always a good time with you and a pillow for Sophia. Hope you have a good night.
You too, Jacquis. Sleep well.